You stand up there. You stand up.
Welcome everyone, as we have gathered here today to celebrate Kaitlyn and Justin, to be witnesses and to give our support to the commitment they share to one another. We constitute their closest family and friends and have been chosen for our contributions to the life and love that they share today. Kaitlyn and Justin, thank you for your presence here today. They ask for your blessing, encouragement, and lifelong support for their marriage and shared life together. Thank you all for making the journey to be here, however long that may have been. It isn't the distance of the journey that counts, although I've heard some were willing to travel a little bit more than others. On occasions such as today, we need to remember loved ones who cannot be here, but are sharing in this moment, especially Kaitlyn's mom, Linda, and Justin's dad, Gene, that are watching, smiling, and giving their blessings upon this evening. Who gives this woman to be married to this man? Please be seated. A wedding is a joyous occasion filled with hopes, dreams, and excitement. Before we get on to all of that, let's have a drink. Willow, can you come help me? Eliza. An ancient marriage tradition through the years has been the sharing of a drink to kick off the merging of the two families that we celebrate today. The sweetness of the soda reflects the good times that will be had. The bitterness of the liquor, the trials that you will inevitably face as you live your lives together. You will notice that I poured a whole lot more sweetness into this marriage than bitterness. When mixed, thank you, Greg. When mixed, the two cannot be separated, just as the two of you will always be thought of as one from this day forward. Sharing the drink from a single cup is a display of the trust you have for one another, and that you are willing to share everything with each other. Please enjoy.
Takes it first.
You know what? I'm up here too. In a second. Before we get going. One moment, please, please. This is absolutely necessary for this. So for those of you who don't know who I am up here, my name is John Carrico, and I've been a fire captain, friend, and somewhat unintentionally a mentor of sorts to Justin. I don't know exactly how that happened. I was sort of forced into this role of mentor to him. I guess the Miller disciples weren't taking applications then. You know how sometimes a stray dog just keeps coming around no matter what you do? You don't feed him, you don't pet him, you don't make him comfortable, You don't kick him, but you want him sometimes. No matter how cold or distant I tried to make, he just kept showing up. Sad puppy dog eyes, quivering lips, constant need of affirmation. What am I talking about? This guy is Eeyore, right? He was so grateful for any sort of attention that he would just look at you and be like, "Thanks for noticing." But he kept showing up. You'll see this kind of thing is like a theme for him later. So I finally started talking to the kid. We became friends, and I realized just how ill-prepared he was to live life. Couldn't boil water. He definitely couldn't hang a TV on a wall, and pretty much dressed like he was auditioning for the lead in Pretty Fly for a White Guy. I couldn't leave him like this, so in order to get him out from under my feet, I just started ordering him around. To my surprise, he is a quick learner, and he loves being challenged. Never could get him to dress correctly, though. Thank you, Kaitlyn, for laying out his clothes today. Funny, though, he started looking up to me. His words, not mine. One day recently, Kaitlyn told me she knew how big of a positive influence I was having on their life. I laughed as I thought of all the positivity I bring. I have literally, not figuratively, literally almost killed him, gotten him shot by paintballs, nearly scattered their brand new kitchen table and chairs all over the streets of Ukiah, had a hand in improving his dance catalog by forcing him to learn not only how to whip, but to nay-nay. Oh, I violently shaved his head, and of course, introduced him to his terror of foxtails. This is the positivity that I bring into his life. Then again, I have given him the opportunity to become the legend. Looking back, we have had some interesting adventures. Along the way, we have become great friends. Justin is one of those ride or die type friends. As the kids say. I don't know really what that means, but I guess it's good. He is the one you can call at any time, and he will drop whatever he is doing to help you out. Like if you have to dispose of something somewhere really quickly, he is also very supportive. A few years ago, I decided I was going to learn to play guitar. While most of my friends, including several in the audience today, laughed and ridiculed me, Justin just brought me a large box of guitar strings. I don't know where he got them.
Could have been me.
But I was inspired that anyone had that kind of belief in me. I am proud to say today, 3 days later, I can almost play the riff for Smoke on the Water.
Yeah.
Super simplified, using one string, very, very simple. So when Justin and Kaitlyn asked me to officiate, I was very honored. To prepare, I did a lot of research. I watched all the best romantic wedding movies that I could find. After repeated viewings of Wedding Crashers, Bridesmaids, and the entire Hangover trilogy, I now consider myself an expert in love and marriage. So, my goals, keep everybody standing, so everybody up here, wiggle your knees a little bit, let's make sure that we're good. And I'm gonna tell their love story. Summer 2015. Our Kaitlyn and Justin were bumping into each other through their shared circle of friends. Kaitlyn was a very determined young lady, and her education and career were her only priority in life. Justin, not so much. Through their interactions, Justin became smitten with her. Kaitlyn, not so much. Then, one day in September, Kaitlyn was passing through Ukiah on a Thursday night on the way to Eureka, and Justin asked if she would like to go to dinner. Now, this is a big step for Justin. Let's all just acknowledge just how outside this comfort zone he went to do this. While working together, we would go grocery shopping for meals, and if I saw a young lady about his age, I would have to play, "Have you met my friend Justin?" It always ended with a red-faced Justin scurrying back behind me as we quickly left the unexpected introduction. So for Justin to ask a girl that he actually knew and might like out on a date, this is a very big deal. To Kaitlyn, though, just a chance for a hot meal. She was very wishy-washy about the whole thing, so much so that Justin went to training. Didn't think that she was going to show up. Oh, but she did. But not for a date. She just wanted to eat, rest a little bit, and then get going on her way. The two went to Crush, and they had chicken piccata, which Justin told Kaitlyn would change her life. Little did they know just how much that was going to ring true. He left the restaurant that night feeling really good. Kaitlyn had a different set of feelings going though. F-R-I-E-N-D. And this kept up like this for a while. Justin would go out on dates. Kaitlyn would just hang out with a friend. Until one day he asked about what was going on, and she freaked out. Her words, not mine. She had school and a career to think about. She didn't have time for some
Fireman.
some boyfriend, especially not one that lives so far away. Nope, forget it, not going to happen. She was a student, an independent, modern woman, and that was that. So Justin said, okay. Now, for most self-respecting guys, the story ends there, right? Not for this kid. Kaitlyn had her birthday in December, so Justin rented a cabin in Arrowhead and invited all her friends to come and celebrate. The cabin ended up being this beautiful, gigantic house. Pretty smooth move on your part. So he just stepped back. Everybody enjoyed the weekend. No expectations, no strings, just friends hanging out, doing what friends do. But something was happening. I am happy to report that at the end of that weekend, Kaitlyn asked Justin if he would be her boyfriend. Let me say that again. Against all odds, Justin played it right just once and got her to ask him to be hers. I can just see the smug smile on his face as he thought, if you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems. Since that weekend, Kaitlyn and Justin have been on many adventures. They traveled Europe, where Justin was almost put on the do not fly list for being a smaller aleck to a French TSA agent. They frown on you for making faces and laughing while they're searching your bag. After a short detainment, they determined there was absolutely no way this guy is a threat to anything. They were allowed to continue. Even a trip to the Target can be an experience for these two. They will stand in the aisles and debate for hours about which soap dispenser to pick, based on the sound it makes as you pump it. These are the things that make you guys you. Rejoice in them. A marriage is not the day, the ceremony, or even the party that follows. A marriage is a promise to each other that you will be there every single day. Marriage gives permanence and structure to a couple's love. It's a way to tell one another that It's a way to tell one another that no matter how many backpacks, hats, and flashlights he has, or that she has to buy new candles because the seasons change, that you're still in this together. By the way, if the apocalypse goes, we're all going to the Rendons. They can light up the town like a football stadium. Marriage is a powerful commitment for two people to make to one another. A good marriage must be built on the foundation of this commitment. In your marriage, remember to do the little things like hold hands, say I love you, let him listen to the game with the surround sound on, and let him water the garden on the mist setting. I know it takes much, much longer. It is giving each other a life filled with encouragement, honesty, and respect so that you can be who you want to be. It is not only marrying the right partner, but choosing to be the right partner for them. Now, I thought we would have a reading next. I racked my brain, but all I could come up was how Kaitlyn told me this story about how Justin cries when he hears Tennessee whiskey. Because he loves her so much. By the way, she told me this story in front of my 8-year-old and my 10-year-old. My youngest, and they're boys. My youngest, Cody, immediately snapped his head, and they were doing something else. Immediately snapped his head to Justin and was like, "You did what?" So no matter what you accomplish in life, to my boys, you're still gonna be the guy that cries when he goes to dinner with his girl. But since I don't think anybody wants to see you cry on this incredible day, I've pulled a few strings and gotten a special guest to do a unique reading for the two of you. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome Ricky Dean.
Come here. Sit.
Be loud.
The power of love is a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing. Change a heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling. That's the power of love. Tougher than diamonds. Wits like cream. Stronger and harder than a bad girl's dream. Make a bad one good. Make a wrong right. Power of love will keep you up at night. Don't need money. Don't need fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden. And it's cruel sometimes. But it might just save your life. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. Thank you.
So I asked the two of them how they knew they had found theirs. For Justin, it was early on. Imagine that. During the first real fire season together that they had in 2016, Justin was worried that their relationship was strained because he was gone for such long stretches of time. Strike teams, staffing patterns, overtime, meant they weren't talking as much and didn't see each other for weeks at a time. To his surprise, when he finally got home and started to apologize for forgiveness, Kaitlyn was really supportive and understanding. She even planned the Europe trip pretty much alone. Justin realized that he needed to spend the rest of his life with her. Kaitlyn, on the other hand, said it happened over the course of some of the vacations that they had taken. On the European vacation, Kaitlyn became very ill and couldn't leave their room. Now, remember that badly prepared kid for the world I was talking about earlier? Well, he ventured out into a strange country and hunted down meals and face-numbing cough drops that were only available in this little shop that were a long, long distance away. Then, while in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, she had misjudged the sun. And that night, as they walked back to the room, Justin stopped and picked a bunch of aloe that he found growing. He then spent about 45 minutes stripping the plants down and funneling the healing juices into travel bottles for her. That aloe was the only thing that made her feel better on that trip. Both these trips proved to Kaitlyn just how much Justin loved her and that he was willing to do anything to prove that she could rely on him, and how deeply she had fallen in love with him. Doesn't Kaitlyn sound like the perfect travel buddy? If you ask me, and since nobody did, I'm going to tell you anyway, I knew when Kaitlyn moved into that awful apartment that they lived in Redwood Valley, I thought that that was going to be the end of this. There's no way any woman is going to endure whatever was that place. I'm very, very happy I was wrong. You guys ready to get married yet? Right. Ready? Justin, do you take Kaitlyn to be your lawfully wedded wife and travel the rest of life's journey with her? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Kaitlyn, Do you take Justin to be your lawfully wedded husband and travel the rest of life's journey with him? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? All right. Kaitlyn, Justin, by choosing to come here today, you have reached a crossroads in your life. They have written their own vows to each other. Now, I want you to think of the word vow not as a noun. It's not a thing. It's not the words that you've written down. Vow is a verb. It is action. I vow. I promise. I'm standing here looking at you in front of all these people, and I not only am going to tell you how I feel, I'm going to tell you what I intend to do about it for the rest of my life. Justin.
All right.
It's all good.
You got it.
Lover, when I'm away from you,
Louder.
I always picture you at places like Target, coming to a decision on a hand soap dispenser based on the way it sounds when you pump it. I get excited with you when I picture your reaction to the garden finally sprouting. I love thinking about us dancing in the kitchen while cooking dinner. Whether it's shopping for candles or going on an adventure with you, it's always special and I cherish every day with you. There's so many moments I picture when I'm missing you or when you ask me how much I love you. I can never find the perfect words to express how I feel, so I always try to do my best to make you feel special, and I do dorky things just to try and bring a smile to your face. I want to make you feel special for the rest of our lives. I know that I'm not the easiest person to understand. I always do things the hard way, and I'm too proud to admit when I'm wrong. I know that I'm so easygoing that it actually makes things more complicated sometimes. Those are some of the bad habits I have, but you accept me for who I am, and you always believe in me when I promise you that I will try harder. You always try to see things from my perspective, and your unconditional love for me always makes me want to be the best that I can be for you. This is all just scratching the surface for how you make me feel, and I want to hurry up and marry you. So I'm going to get straight to the point. I vow to always love you on both good days and bad days. You're my rock. I vow to always protect you, even if it's from bugs or seaweed floating in the ocean. I vow to always try my hardest for us. I will never give up. I vow to always go on adventures with you and always living life to the fullest with you. I vow to always be patient and to always work on myself to be the best I can be for you. I vow to smell every single scented candle with you when we go shopping and to give you my honest opinion on the candles. I vow to never stop dreaming and to always look forward in life with you. I vow to support you through anything. I vow to always be there for you and everyone you love and hold close to your heart. I vow to always be strong even when the world is against us. I love you.
Kaitlyn.
This is just really small paper, that's why there's 3. So, Justin, I started writing down little notes, little things that I liked about you when we first started dating. And then it started to turn into the little things that I love about you. And a year or 2 ago, I looked back on some of those notes and I realized that your actions and your love for me has been consistent from the start. I wrote down some things that I love about you. I love that before we moved in together into the really bad apartment, that you mailed me a package that you called the Living with Brendan Starter Kit. And you made my own key for me. I love that when I did move to Ukiah, I was really homesick. I think I cried the first night I moved here.
first 5 minutes.
And you bought me my favorite candle from the store because it just reminded me of home. And I do love that when we were in Mexico with your family and I got second-degree sunburns, you and Angie picked aloe and you just squeezed it into the tiniest travel bottles we've ever had for an hour. And I even love that when we did have hard times, that we decided to choose each other. Because we were really in the trenches, but we were there together. Okay. So, I vow to choose you every single day. I vow to allow adversity to strengthen us. I vow to always be your safe space. I vow to remember that life is not a fairy tale, and the grass is not always greener on the other side. I vow to celebrate your accomplishments and mourn your losses as if they were my own. I can't promise that I'll stop planning our lives 5 years out, but I can promise that I will try to slow down and enjoy the day-to-day with you. And I vow to celebrate our differences and our shared common ground. And I love you.
All right, let's make some magic happen. You guys good?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah? You can breathe? Oh, time out. You got 3 left. Time out. Here we go. Okay.
No challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with Justin. Justin, please place the ring on Kaitlyn's finger and repeat after me. I, Justin, take you, Kaitlyn, to be my wife. I promise to love, cherish, honor, and respect you. I will share your life and dreams. Build a life that is filled with love, happiness, and commitment. I promise to be faithful to you and share in all your success, failure, happiness, and sadness. I choose you today, tomorrow, always and forever. Kaitlyn, please place the ring on Justin's finger and repeat after me. I, Kaitlyn, take you, Justin, to be my husband. I promise to love, cherish, honor, and respect you. I will share your life and dreams. Build a life that is filled with love, happiness, and commitment. I promise to be faithful to you and share in all your success, failure, happiness, and sadness. I choose you today, tomorrow, always and forever. Now, before we go and really get this celebration, I want to give you two one more piece of advice. Keep your crush on each other. Remember to look at each other the way you are today. Keep the little touches on the arm, back, and shoulder, letting the other know that you're right there. I noticed that last night at the rehearsal dinner. Always know that neither of you needs the other, but you are truly better together. By the power vested in me, it is my pleasure and deep honor to now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. privilege to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Justin Rendon.